Welcome to another episode of English Talk Time, your place to practice real English in real situations. I'm your host, Ayla. Today, we're talking about friends, but we're not just sharing memories. We'll also practice using adjectives to describe people. Before each phone call, I'll share some important vocabulary. Then, you'll hear the caller tell us about their best friend, or sometimes their most difficult one. Vocabulary preview: calm, sakin, honest, dürüst. Patient, sabırlı. Responsible, sorumluluk sahibi. Supportive, destekleyici. Hi, Omar. It's nice to have you on the show. Can you tell us about your closest friend?
Hi, Ayla. Thanks for having me. So, my best friend's name is Kareem. He's 24, and we both live in Cairo. We met in high school, actually, in a science club. I was the guy who always talked too much, and Kareem was the quiet one, always reading or thinking. But somehow, we became good friends. He's very intelligent, calm, and honest. You can really trust him. He never lies, and he's always polite to everyone. That's rare these days. I love that I can tell him anything. If I have a problem, he doesn't just listen. He really understands, and he doesn't judge.
That sounds like a strong friendship. What makes him special to you?
He's always there for me. I can be a bit disorganized, to be honest. I forget dates, I lose my stuff. But Kareem is so patient and responsible. He never complains, even when I mess up. Once, I forgot my wallet at home during a school trip. Kareem paid for all my meals without saying anything. That's the kind of friend he is.
Wow, what a guy. Do you have a favorite memory with him?
Yes. The night before our final exam, I was super nervous. I thought I would fail. Kareem came to my house with snacks and tea. We studied together all night. He made flashcards and even created a little quiz game to help me remember things. That night, I felt lucky to have a friend like him. And guess what? I passed, with a good grade.
That was such a heartwarming story. Kareem sounds like a friend we all wish we had. Honest, calm, and always there when it matters. Now, let's meet our next guest, Elif, from Turkey. Vocabulary preview: outgoing, dışa dönük, funny, komik, creative, yaratıcı, caring, şefkatli, loyal, sadık. Welcome, Elif. Tell us about your best friend.
Hi, Ayla. I'm so happy to be part of this. So, my best friend is Merve. She's 22 and she lives in Ankara. We met 2 years ago at a university event. I remember she was standing near the snacks, looking a bit bored, and I just said, "Hi, do you like lemonade?" She laughed and said, "Only if it's sweet." That was the start of our friendship. Merve is outgoing, funny, and creative. She's the kind of person who brings light into a room. She's always coming up with new ideas, like, "Let's try painting today," or "Let's plan a surprise for someone." I love that energy.
She sounds like someone full of life. What do you like most about her?
She's very caring and loyal. If I'm sad, she notices it, even when I try to hide it. She brings me chocolate or just sits with me and listens. She never says, "Just be positive." She really listens, and she remembers everything. On my birthday, she made a photo album of our best memories. I cried so much. She's also very generous, not just with gifts, but with her time and her heart.
Do you two go on adventures together?
Oh, yes. Last summer, we went to Cappadocia. We stayed in a small cave hotel, woke up at 4 a.m., and watched the hot air balloons rise. It was so quiet and peaceful. She took beautiful photos. She's really good at photography. Then we had breakfast in a garden full of cats. We laughed so much that day. But my favorite memory is something simple. One winter night, we sat on a bench in the snow and talked for hours about life, dreams, family. It felt magical, like we were the only two people in the world.
Wow. Elif and Merve seem like they have so much fun together. I loved hearing how creative and supportive Merve is. Let's keep going. Now we're calling Diego in Brazil. Vocabulary preview: loyal, sadık, hardworking, çalışkan, shy, utangaç, reliable, güvenilir, positive, olumlu. Now we're going to Brazil. Hi, Diego. Welcome to English Talk Time. Who is your closest friend?
Hey, Ayla. I'm happy to be here. So, my best friend is Raphael. He's 25. We met during our military service. At first, I didn't like him much. He was so serious and quiet. But then one day, I forgot my lunch, and he shared his sandwich with me. That small thing changed everything. Raphael is loyal, hardworking, and kind. He's also a little shy, but when he trusts you, he becomes very funny. He tells jokes with a straight face. It's hilarious.
That sounds like a deep bond. What makes him important to you?
He's always there, even when it's difficult. One night, my car broke down in the rain. I called Raphael. He came without asking questions and fixed it. No complaints. That's who he is, reliable and thoughtful. We also play football every Sunday. He's not the best player, but he's motivated and positive. He cheers for others, helps clean up after the game. Little things, but they show who he is.
Do you have a favorite memory together?
Yes. After military service, we went on a road trip with no plan. We got lost, stayed in a cheap hostel, and talked all night about dreams and fears. It was the first time I saw the soft side of him. I think that night we became more than friends. Like brothers.
Diego's friendship with Raphael is such a good example of trust and loyalty. But not every friendship is perfect. Let's listen to a very different experience from Sara in Jordan. Vocabulary preview: selfish, bensil, jealous, kıskanç. Unreliable, güvenilmez. Bossy, buyurgan. Lazy, tembel. Let's hear her story.
Hi, Ayla. Yes, I actually want to talk about someone I used to be close with. My old friend Layla. Layla and I met in university. At first, she was fun and outgoing. We spent a lot of time together. But over time, I started to see her true character. She was very selfish. For example, she always wanted to talk about her problems, but never asked about mine. When something good happened to me, she seemed jealous or quiet. She didn't say congratulations when I got a scholarship. That really hurt. She was also unreliable. Many times we made plans to meet, and she canceled last minute or didn't even message me. One time I waited in the cafe for an hour, and she never came.
That must have been very difficult. Did you try to talk to her?
Yes, once. I told her I felt hurt. She said I was being dramatic. That's when I realized she was also quite bossy. She liked to control everything: where we went, what we did, even how I dressed. I started to feel very tired after spending time with her. She was sometimes lazy and expected me to do everything, even in group projects. So, slowly, I stopped calling. It wasn't easy, but I feel much happier now.
Thank you, Sara. Your story reminds us that friendship also means balance and respect. Thank you, Sara, for being honest. Sometimes we learn the most from difficult friendships. They help us understand ourselves and what we really need in a friend. From honest and supportive friends to those who are jealous or bossy. All of these adjectives help us describe people more clearly, in English and in life. Now it's your turn. Think of someone close to you. How would you describe them? Are they funny? Reliable? Maybe a bit selfish sometimes? Try to use 5 adjectives. Don't forget to subscribe if you love the stories.
Want the worksheet for this episode?
Just send me 5 adjectives and a sentence about your friend to englishtalktime@gmail.com, and I'll send you the full worksheet. Thanks for listening to English Talk Time, your space to practice real English and real.